Well, hello. It's August 20th. It's about 5:25 in the evening, and I've started hiking on the PCT, picking up from where I left off last year, which is the Williams Mine Trailhead off of Road 23. And I'm heading north to White Pass, and I should be there in 3 days, if all goes well. So, nice day, kind of cool, kind of cloudy. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go today. I think I'll probably go 2 to 5 miles and then find a spot to camp. So we'll see. Well, it's 5:45 and it's trying to rain, which is a little weird and didn't plan on that, but we'll see if it gets serious or not. But definitely raindrops falling on me right now, which I did not request and did not order. So we'll see what happens. I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going through this burn right now, and look at this snapped off tree held up here between two other trees. It's a little sketchy. It's also definitely trying to rain, so I'm getting a little dripped upon, but I'm not worried about it because it's also pretty warm. So anyway, not much scenery yet, but it's a very pretty, I mean, for a burn area, it's pretty. There's flowers and stuff coming back in here. Well, I've arrived at what is going to be a camp for the night. It's 7:10, so less than 2 hours of hiking today. But it's just been beautiful. I've been going through this burn for a really long time, and it's just really pretty. And I think it would be hot and unpleasant if the sun was straight overhead, but the sun is kind of heading down. And so yes, this is a beautiful sort of meadowy area here, just a little bit off the trail, and there's a fire pit here and a rock to sit on. And if I were going to make dinner, I can make it on that rock, but I'm not making dinner tonight. So yeah, I'm going to get tent set up and set up camp. It's kind of cooling off. The breeze is coming up, and yeah, we'll see if there's some stars tonight. It's been a great day of hiking. All 2 hours of it were really just fantastic. Well, there's my tent set up. It's a new tent, and I've never used it. Camping, backpacking, overnight, anything. So hopefully it works. It's just a little bit heavier than a tarp, but it has that nice bug netting. There's no bugs at all here right now, which is remarkable because this is kind of what I assume would be sort of a swampy meadow earlier in the summer. So, man, it's beautiful. Too bad I don't have plans to have dinner. Okay, so looking at where I went today, this is the Williams Mine Trailhead right here. And so I started there and I hiked up here and over to here and ignored the fact that there was a water turnoff there and kept on going, and I am right there where a campsite is marked. So almost exactly 5 miles in just a little under 2 hours. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to keep on going. Probably fill up with water here at the first sheep lake of this hike, and there's many more, and then I'll head on up off the map in that direction. Well, here I am in this beautiful camp, just enjoying the sunset, which is going down over that direction. Probably got another hour and a bit of good daylight. It was a really nice, first day of a hike, although very weird to start hiking at like 2:20, or not 2:20, 5:20 in the evening, but that's when I can get to the trailhead, and so that's when I started hiking, and a couple hours on the trail, just incredibly peaceful. There's some birds chirping, a couple ravens are flying around overhead, squawking about things, but otherwise really, really quiet. Hardly any breeze at all, so just super peaceful. Saw a lot of chipmunks scampering around and little birds in the underbrush and stuff, but it's really quiet out here. It's really great. So yeah, nice first day of hiking. I get to enjoy a little sunset here with some fluffy white clouds, and the rain that tried raining for a while was just really pleasant, and then it stopped, and should be a really nice evening here. So I'll have a little dessert. My scheme was to eat a bunch of dinner while driving down, and so I had some 7-Eleven pizza, and I feel totally sick. So that might not have been a great plan, but I am definitely not hungry, and I can definitely go without making any kind of food tonight. So I'll have some water and brush teeth here and just kind of chill out. I realized one piece of gear I forgot to bring was my little sit pad, so I'm sad about that. I'm sitting on a cold hard rock right now, but can't remember everything, right? So I'll get by without that for the next few days. Well, my hope for a rain-free night has not come true. It's really coming down all of a sudden, and it's about 9 o'clock. So hope this tent works well. We'll see. Alrighty, well, it's Friday morning, about 6:45, and I woke up about 5:30 and thought, yeah, might as well wake up. It rained pretty heavily last night, and the inside of the tent was pretty moist just from condensation, so I toweled it off and I decided to get up and skip breakfast or delay breakfast and got on the trail at 6:15. So it's a little cloudy this morning, and Mount Adams is right over there, a little covered up but trying to come out, and the bushes on the side of the trail are pretty wet, so getting the soggy feet from that, but it's nice and cool and a beautiful day. There's Mount Adams, kind of covered up but still pretty impressive. And this part of the PCT overlaps with the Round the Mountain Trail. Well, it's a little windy and not particularly warm, but at least it's not too hot either. This burn continues. Mount Adams is up there in the clouds, and I'm just going to keep on trucking along. Alright, it's about 8:15, so I've been on the trail for 2 hours today. I just passed a pair of people breaking camp and doing the Around the Mountain Trail. The trail is just it remains beautiful. There's so many flowers and such a really nice tread, and the clouds continue to wrap up around the mountain, but I hope it might be done with any chance of rain. They seem kind of like they're moving higher up, so it's just amazing. So many flowers everywhere. Well, I stopped in this lava camp for, I guess, breakfast. Had my little liquid breakfast, and discovered I've lost my pocket knife. And I pretty much know when it happened, about an hour ago, and I sat down and I'm sure it slipped out of my pocket. So that's a bummer, and I'm not going back for it. So that's a donation to whoever finds it, and I guess I'll get one when I get off the trail. So anyway, this lava camp area is really cool. Big old lava flow here, and a bunch of sort of camping spots, and a very, I guess, volcanic ash surface here. So it's kind of pretty, but it's kind of cold and breezy, and I'm gonna keep on moving down the trail. Well, it's straight up raining now, but the good news is it's rain skirt time, so that's fantastic. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see if it lasts. I mean, there is light sky, like over there a little bit. It's a nice little creek there. I don't know, we'll see, but time to get the hood up and keep on going. Well, it seems that the rain has decided to go away for the rest of the day. I'm counting on it going away. There's blue sky up there, clouds whipping by, sunshine, meadows, flowers. It's great. Bumped into a guy hiking south and a guy hiking north. The guy going northbound is from Germany, heading all the way to Canada. So that's a total of 5 people I've seen since yesterday. So pretty good. Wow, amazing cloud here. The mountain is right around the corner, but still a little hard to see. It's up there, hiding out. Well, it's 11:30 and I was feeling kind of hungry and tired, so I stopped and had lunch, tortilla with salami and cheese. And it's trying to rain again, but it has been really nice for the last hour and a half or 2 hours or so. A couple of horses just went by me, horses with people, and 2 dogs, which explains all the fresh horse crap in the trail that I've seen all day long. So anyway, I've gone about 11 miles today in just over 5 hours, so that's pretty good. Well, the rain appears to have decided to get real, so it's very drippy now. I'm right at the South Fork Muddy Creek. Nice bridge over it. I went and got some water down there, and I'm going to keep on going another mile or so and see if there's a good spot to possibly hunker down for a little bit. Maybe this is the spot. Yeah, it's definitely getting gross, so oh well, that's how it goes, I guess. It looks like I've reached Lava Springs Camp, and I'm guessing these are the lava springs coming out of all that lava right there. And little pools built up here. Water trickles into the trail. Super clear water. And then a bunch of camp area here. So here's the sign. So yeah, that's a good cool spot to stop and rest a while. There's more sign here, or what's left of the Gifford Pinchot sign, the Mount Adams Wilderness. And then some signs up here about wilderness and I don't know what. So anyway, I'm gonna take a little break here in the dry area right there. Man, my shoes are super dirty and gross. Just all this, ash that makes up the trail, combined with wet shoes. They're just gross. And my socks are gross. Everything's gross. So hopefully at some point today I can get a little fire going and dry everything out. And I don't know. They're definitely gross. I don't look forward to putting them back on. Oh well. Well, I'm just slogging along on this trail. It's a nice trail. It's got a nice tread. Not much scenery, plenty of trees. The weather continues to be iffy, but yeah, this is the reality. Just there's lots of miles to cover that aren't particularly remarkable to get to the ones that are. But had a nice little cat nap back at the lava spring, and I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'll probably go another 5 to 8 miles today and camp. Well, I think the farthest I'll go is the Coleman Weed Patch, but I'll probably camp before then. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, the weather's lousy, so the idea of hunkering down in camp and just sitting in a tent doesn't sound very appealing. But slogging along in this kind of gross weather isn't very appealing either. So we'll see. Just keep on keeping on. Well, I've reached the Potato Hill Trailhead. Here's the road that gets here. That's where I came from. That goes uphill. And I'm going to go somewhere over here, pick up the trail. So, yeah. Not a very fancy trailhead, but what are you going to do? There's a little camp spot up there. And yeah, on I go into the wilderness. So apparently I'm at the Midway Creek Trailhead. It's down this lumpy, bumpy dirt road, and there's not much here other than a couple signs saying where you are. So anyway, I continue on up that way. It's raining again, so I guess I'll get my rain jacket on for 10 minutes until it stops raining. So yeah, this is there's a campsite about I don't know, 2/10 of a mile maybe up here, and I was thinking that's where I would camp tonight, but it's not even 3 o'clock yet, so I'm gonna keep going toward the Coleman weed patch and camp somewhere up there. So here's the registration spot for Midway Creek. They're out of permits, which is fine. I'm not sure where the camping's supposed to be, but somewhere up in here. The rain has eased up again, so we'll see how long the rain jacket stays on. It's really hard to get it just right since it keeps coming on and coming off, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. So here's the campsite, a little ways past Midway Creek, maybe 10-15 minutes beyond it. Nice meadow, it's got a fire pit, things to sit on. Anyway, I'm going to keep on going up the trail here. Well, here's this small pond behind me, and somewhere up the trail near here is supposed to be a possible campsite. It's 4 o'clock, so I've been on the trail for almost 10 hours today. I'm kind of chilled and tired, and the weather continues to be quite gray and kind of cold. So if the campsite's nice, I think I'm going to stop there, and I may just hang out for a bit and snack and nap or whatever, I don't know. Or if it's not very nice, I might keep going. I think if it were warmer, this would be really buggy right here, and I'm a little worried about lots of dewfall and stuff tonight. So I'm going to see what this campsite looks like, and I might stop here for the day. We'll see. I haven't seen anybody in like 5 hours, so it's nice and quiet and peaceful out here. So yeah, we'll see. One more pond, and here's a campsite. So let's go check this out. Could be a good spot. Well, somebody definitely camped here in the last 24 hours. There's a nice little hexagon that's dry on the ground, so that's probably where I'd put my tent too. And so there's a pond through there, and a bigger pond over there, which I assume one could get water from. Be nice to get cleaned up here a little bit. So, not too buggy. A couple of mosquitoes zipping around here, but not too bad. Well, here I am doing my favorite thing. I'm cooking my shoes, and the steam is just pouring out of them. Got the insoles out here. Gonna get them nice and dry. Dry off these socks. So, in a perfect world, I will get my shoes dry inside and out, and be able to put on dry socks inside my shoes and not walk around in wet grass anymore today. I went and got water out of the pond. It was pretty sketchy, kind of gross, pretty warm actually, so I filled that up. I'm going to only cook with that water and clean with that water, and then the water I got from a clean creek earlier, I'm going to use that just for drinking. So anyway, made camp, got my tent over there set up, sleeping bags inside. I think it's gonna be okay. It's kind of buggy. Got my bug net on, looking my best here, but I'm feeling pretty good about having stopped for the day and just getting time to sit and relax. It's 5:20, and I'll make dinner probably about a half hour, and it's gonna be all right. So it didn't quite go as far as I thought I might go today, but I'm okay with that because I'm getting to sit and relax and dry out and warm up, which I think is more important than putting in 2 or 3 more miles. So yeah, that's how things are going here. Mountain House, we've done it again. This is so good. It's got chunks of egg in there and everything good. Oh my God, fire's going. This is the the high point of my day. So tonight I'm going to do something a little different with the tent. So these points here are supposed to tie out, like out to the ground here somewhere, but that doesn't raise up the tent very much. So tonight I'm running it up over a pole here and then down like that to get it really, really high up so there's more room above my head. And then down here I did the same thing, just using a stick. So there'd be more room above my feet because the condensation inside was pretty bad last night and the toe of my sleeping bag got wet, and I mean it wasn't a real problem, it's not ideal. So the mist and the fog and the cloud have really settled in over the lake. It's the air is quite wet. So we'll see how dry it is overnight. I think being tucked up in the trees here away from the lake might help. I mean, there was that dry patch from somebody else's tent, but the ground around it was pretty wet, so we'll see. But I'll just plan to wipe off the tent in the morning if I have to. My fire's gone out, so I'm done with that for the night. And the bugs are coming back, so I think I'm gonna tuck into the tent for a little bit and do a little reading. So here at the foot of the tent, you can see there's definitely more room here now. And then lying down, definitely more headroom above me here than there was last night, so that's a good thing. All right, it's Saturday morning and it's 6:30. I just got out of bed and it's blue skies, which is great. The lake is very pretty there behind me. It rained a lot last night and very drippy, but anyway, I slept a little longer and I'm gonna get packed up here and have a little breakfast and get on the trail, and it's gonna be soaking wet because the bushes are all wet, so oh well, I'll have wet shoes again probably all day, but at least it's not currently raining. Already I'm up and I've gotten the tent packed up, most things packed up, but I made a hot breakfast this morning, which makes life so much better. Yeah, a guy just cruised by hiking, so I guess he got a little earlier start. But the blue skies are definitely happening today. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. There we go, blue sky. So anyway, I'm gonna hit the trail here probably in about 15 minutes, or as long as it takes to drink down this breakfast and get everything else packed up. Yeah, hoping for a nice day of hiking. We'll see if I get all the way up to Snowgrass Flats and maybe beyond, but I think that's going to be my target for today. Alrighty, it's 7:15. I'm on the trail, so I guess it takes me consistently 45 minutes to pack up and get out. It was really nice having a hot breakfast today, and I'll have a Cliff Bar supplement breakfast as I go. But yeah, looking at about 19 to 20 miles today. The grass, the bushes are all soaking wet, of course, so I'm gonna start the process of getting my shoes filled with water. But oh well, I'm wearing my rain jacket just to get some of the water to wash off me instead of soaking in. Trail's got some water in it this morning, so I gotta watch that. But the sun is absolutely shining. It's gonna be great hiking in sunshine today, and hopefully I'll have a nice stop midday and get things a little bit more dried out. So anyway, off I go. I've startled some elk who were in the lake up ahead. At first I thought it was a horse or two. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get it all on camera, but there were, I don't know, 10 to 15 elk in here of different sizes, and they just absolutely took off when one of them spotted me. I can still hear them way off in the woods somewhere. Well, alright, I finally got into a place where there's long last something to see besides just trees all around. There's Mount Rainier way over there, and beautiful in the morning sun, and other ridges and stuff, and that's just so cool. So I still have not reached the Coleman Weed Patch, but this is a really pretty spot, so I guess I'm glad I hit here with clear skies so I could enjoy the view. I think yesterday I wouldn't have seen anything but a wall of white over that away. So this is pretty good. So I think I'm in the neighborhood of the Coleman Weed Patch camp area. There's a campsite down there. Gotta say, I'm really glad I stopped where I did last night, because this is totally unappealing. Nothing to look at all. Totally drippy woods. But there may be a lake or pond or something up that way. Yeah, we'll see. So I think I'm in the general neighborhood of the Coleman Weed Patch, and it's a lot of open sky and various and sundry shrubs. And here's a nice little pond. I'm pretty low on water, so I'm thinking about getting some here, even though it's pretty unappealing. A lot of footprints of like horses and dogs and stuff here. So yeah, I'm probably going to skip it, check the map, and hope for a stream farther up ahead. Alrighty, it's 8:50 in the morning. Just zipping along here. It seems to be on some sort of a ridge up high. There's mountains over there. Guessing that's all goat rocks over that way. That would make sense. And then Rainier just beyond. So probably not going to pick it up on camera too well, but that's over there. And then there's something over there. There's a couple of social trails going over the hill, so I think there's probably some campsites up in there. But it's beautiful. Still very drippy trees and bushes everywhere. I ran into 3 people who were camped about a half mile or a mile back, and they've gotten pretty soaked overnight. They're doing exactly the same section I'm doing, just taking a couple more days to do it, and they've been leapfrogging all over the PCT in Washington. So it was nice chatting with them for a little while. Yeah, here's the trail this morning. I feel like I've entered a drier climate here. It's just sort of air just sort of feels drier, even though bushes and trees are all super wet. I can see the trail probably is usually pretty dusty. Oh, I put my camera away 20 seconds too soon. There's Mount Adams, finally, at long last, right there. So that's fantastic. And then the view over here, not sure what hill that is. I have a thought about what it might be. Gotta look at the map though. Anyway, trail keeps going along here. Yeah, so I suspect that is Lakeview Mountain, which on the map, right there. And I think I'm pretty much right over here on the trail, heading that direction. Well, I started off this morning with about an inch of water in here, and nothing else. So I've stopped here to get some water. Little tiny creek, stream. It's hard to get the bottle filled up here, but it's super cold. The water is super cold. The day is nice. Okay, so I'm cruising along a couple miles south of the Walloped Lake Trailhead, and it's just all forest, I suppose, second growth all through here. But it's easy to make good time through here, nice tread, a couple trees to get over. But it's easy going, just zipping along, making some miles. So, and I'm so glad it's clear skies and the bushes by the trail are getting dried out, so I'm not getting too wet walking along them. My shoes are nice and soaked though, but that'll be the way it is for the whole day, I suppose. Well, by totally random chance, I stepped off the trail here to let somebody else go by, and there was this saddle sitting here in a tree. I absolutely would not have seen this if that other person hadn't been coming along at this exact moment. So I don't know what it's doing here, but there it is. So yeah, bring your kids, put them up here, learn how to have a little horsey ride. Good fun. All right, I've passed the Walloped Lake Trail and started definitely climbing. And the sun is out and it's warm. So we're gonna have a different kind of hike now for a while, or possibly for the rest of the trip. Get some scenery. Nah, it's really good. So I've really broken out of the trees here for a bit. Got a great view here. There's a small pond down there where I think that dad and son and dog are. And then I think that's Walloped Lake down there, which would make sense. There's a little fella on the rocks. Came to see what I was doing. So yeah, it's beautiful. I'm out in the sunshine. Finally ditched the hat, went with the bandana. So feeling good about that. It's going to be a lot warmer today than it was the last couple days. Oh, there's Mount Adams again. Looking big. Wow, it's a pretty stretch here. Alrighty, I'm about 1.5 miles south of Sheep Lake, and the views of Adams keep popping into sight. But it's also a lot of forest, so not too sunny, which is nice. And nice scenery. And a steady climb uphill. So I'm looking forward to getting to Sheep Lake and stopping and having lunch and drying out for a bit. It's just a great meadow here. There's lots of little bees buzzing around for all these flowers. Big hillside over there. Mount Adams was in plain sight just a moment ago around the corner. Really pretty. I'm still heading towards Sheep Lake. Hope to be there in less than 20 minutes. And then stop for lunch. I'm telling you, this is really pretty. And it's really hard to make good time through here because it's just so pretty. You want to stop every 15 feet and take in the meadows, the birds, the flowers, everything. It's so pretty. Here I am at Sheep Lake. There's some horses going by across the way. And I'm going to get all my stuff out, get everything dried out, have a nice lunch, relax a bit, put on some sunscreen. Yeah, see if I can see any salamanders in the water here. Yeah, I just found some little spot here next to the trail for all my crap. Alrighty, I had a nice time at Sheep Lake, dried out for about an hour. Had a ton of food. Had a little salami cheese wrap and some Toblerone, some almond honey butter stuff, which wasn't all that good, honestly. And nibbled on a Noon tablet. So now I'm back on the trail after being a little bit confused about where it was. And got about 3 miles until I hit the Sissmus River. Got about 1/3 of a bottle of water, so I think that's about right. Looking forward to going over Sisma Pass. So the last time I was here was 10 years ago in end of July, and there were snow patches and the pass was all snowed over, so we'll see how it is. Yeah, a lot of people up here at Sheep Lake. No end of humanity. So over there in those clouds, that's St. Helens. It's my first glimpse of it on this trip. Hopefully the clouds will go up a bit, but we'll see. This is still before Sisma Pass. Well, this is great. So this is heading towards Sisma Pass. And this is the Yakima Reservation for a little while until you get right up there, and then you go over Sisma Pass, and then you're into Sisma Basin. But look at this. This is incredible. So yeah, last time I came through here with my friends Dave and James and Toby, this was snow covered all the way up to the pass, and it wasn't totally obvious where the trail was and where to go. And it definitely helped to have hiking poles or ice axe or stuff like that. But this is obviously smooth sailing, lots of little flowers. And just a beautiful valley down that way. Well, I'm still heading toward Sisma Pass, and this is definitely longer than I remember it being, but that was 10 years ago, so I don't know why I would think that I had an accurate memory. Anyway, it's just amazing out here, just beautiful. And I've seen pika and chipmunks and other little critters scampering around, butterflies. It's just so pretty. A little bit of a breeze. It's definitely warmer now, but nice. All right, I've gone up over Sisma Pass. I stopped for a while to chat with some folks who were out like doing a trail run of like 30 miles. And so now I'm in Sisma Basin, the most beautiful place in Washington, as far as I'm concerned. So I'll shoot some video here, and my thoughts of going past Goat Rocks are definitely gone. It's definitely not lonely up here. I see probably 10 people coming my way right now. So everyone's up here in the woods, but look at this. It's so fine. So pretty. I'm gonna get water over there at the Sissmus River and probably just stare at the scenery for a while. Yeah, my memory is correct. This is a beautiful, beautiful area. Just bazillions of wildflowers everywhere. Huge streams running through. That's the Sismus River there, apparently. There are people camped all over the place up in here, which surprises me. Craziest, I don't know, grasshopper kind of critters. They're so loud. You can hear them from really far away up in the hills. This one's kind of close. Wow. The scenery continues. It's pretty good. I mean, look, if you don't find this incredibly beautiful, I mean, something's wrong with you. This is just amazing. These flowers, these little creeks babbling through, and then giant mountains. It's just amazing. A person could spend days poking through here.
Well, I'm up over the hump from Sisma Basin and heading towards Snowgrass Flats, which, if memory serves, is up there and not up there. Yeah, so it's 4:50. I'm just gonna keep on going. There are people camped really everywhere, all through here, so I have no idea if there's gonna be any camping up there or not. But I can almost just find a little corner somewhere to tuck into. So I'm stopped right about here, just before the trail junction there. And it's 5:10, and if I kept going another mile and a bit, there's some camping up there. It's pretty high and exposed. But it would shorten tomorrow. I could keep going down the knife's edge and down to here somewhere. It's hard to know. It's I got 20 miles to go tomorrow from this point where I am right now. It's a nice little camp area here, and there's views all around. So I don't know. I'm gonna sit and think about it for a little while. All right, I decided I'm in camp for the night. I went a little higher up, maybe about a half mile, and there's a nice, sort of in the woods, or not in the woods, in some trees, campsite here. Not the greatest area ever, but it's gonna have to do. You can see some other folks from here, but there's a view of Adams over there, and then St. Helens over there, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I think this is gonna be the spot. I'm tired enough, and so tomorrow will be just under 20 miles to get out to the trailhead. But we're pretty high up, 6,600 feet right now, and going up even higher first thing tomorrow morning, so probably good to rest and stuff. It's 5:45, so I'm gonna set up a tent here and get some dinner going and just relax. Also, that last spot I was in, a lot of flies buzzing around, so it wasn't very relaxing. Well, I'm in my tent. It's 6:15. I'm really tired, turns out. So once I got the tent up, I just crawled inside and got my pad blown up, and I'm not even on it. I got my sleeping bag as a pillow, and feel like I should take a nap and then make some dinner or something. My hair is looking good. There's a lot of people around, so I hope it's a quiet night, and I hope the weather stays good. Maybe I'll see some stars tonight, which would be nice. Maybe that's a good argument for taking a nap, so I can stay up a little later and look at stars. So anyway, it's I don't know, nap time. It's good. It's a pretty good day. I think I went a little under 20 miles, and I have a little under 20 miles to go tomorrow. So I'm a little concerned because I only have half a bottle of water for the whole night, which then has to get me about, I think, 4 or 5 miles tomorrow before I hit a good water source. So it wasn't great planning. So I may, if I find I have the energy after dinner, I may hike downhill about a half a mile or so to where there was a stream. Might be a little bit farther than that. So we'll see how I feel. I might just lie really still. We'll see. Well, I had a huge nap, probably about an hour, maybe longer, and woke up and just almost missed the sunset here. But there's Adams soaked in it. Those hills up there were super red and beautiful, and through the trees here is St. Helens, which I went and got a good view of. Oh, anyway, it's getting cold. It'll probably be, I'm guessing, 40 degrees or maybe colder tonight, and the dewfall is starting to happen already. So things are feeling kind of damp and clammy. But I'm gonna get dinner going here, which should taste pretty good. And I get that that view the whole time, which will be really nice. So I'm really glad I decided to stop here. It's so pretty, and I get to have this as my my scenery while eating dinner, so that's pretty good.
Well, my new penny stove is working pretty well. Got a headlamp on right now, but here it is in the dark. It's taking a couple of turns to light it most times, but you know, whatever, that's okay. It's got a smaller footprint, so it fits under the cup a bit better, and I think that boils water pretty quickly and doesn't take much fuel at all. So I'm just using it right now to it's just burning off fuel, but it's keeping me a little bit of warmth for me. So it also dry out my bandana a bit more. So anyway, here I am, just enjoying this this view while waiting for my dinner to be all the way hot.
Well, it's 6:30 in the morning, and I'm up and on the trail. It's a really pretty sunrise this morning. Got Mount Adams just all lit up. It's a little cold, so I'm wearing a long sleeve, but I bet it's going to be kind of warm. So I'm going to head up and look at Old Snowy and keep on going. Well, here's an amazing view this morning. That's St. Helens. I was camped way, let's see, where was I? Down there. The little trees there. It's pretty steep. And kind of hard going right now, but I'll get up there. Well, when you're out of water, any puddle will do, and that's how much water I have. So I'm going to stop and get some here, because I don't want to really go 4 or 5 miles with just this amount. So pumping time it is. This is not going to show up on the video, but there's a little pika right there. There he goes. Very cute. So I'm continuing upward. Way up there is Old Snowy. There's actually, looks like 3 people up there already. So I guess I had a nice view of the sunrise. It's nice to not be in the hot sun yet. I'm definitely warm from going uphill, but it is beautiful and it is pretty quiet. See the shadow across the way from Old Snowy and the hills by it. I guess if you really wanted to hunker down for the night, someone has, or several someones I guess, have spent a lot of time building up this rock wall with enough room for 2 people probably just sleeping there. So probably pretty cold up here. Well, alrighty, you're around the right corner and there's Rainier. So this is the biggest snowfield I've come to so far. It's the snow is rock hard since it's so early and so cold. Well, that snowfield back there was tough crossing. Super icy and slick. So I couldn't enjoy the scenery while doing that. But here we got a nice spot to look. There's Rainier. One could go out to that little point there. It's all dark. That one right there. And then there's lots of nice big cairns to mark where we're going. I guess that'll show up on the video too well. But up there I think is going to be the Pct Alternate Trail Junction, which I'll be taking. So here's the sign for the Pct Alternate Route in Old Snowy, which goes off that direction. And if you don't do that, then you're going to stay on the original or main Pct route, which goes that way. And apparently is pretty sketchy. So I think the alternate adds about a half a mile total. And then once you're past all of this, you end up out there on the knife's edge, which isn't that much of a knife's edge, but it's there. So I'm going to do the alternate route rather than risk this thing. I don't know. I mean, it looks doable, but I'm not going to do it. And it's also this amazing view. Alrighty, I've reached the highest point on the PCT in Washington, and I've hiked up into the sun, so it's getting warmer. It was really cold down in the shade with the wind blowing pretty hard. I kept debating putting on a puffy coat or not, but here I am. I'm going to give you the 360 view. It's amazing. Back there we got Mount Hood. That's Old Snowy up there, and I've decided not to go because it's cold. I've been there, and I don't need to go again. So, and then looking this way, getting north to Rainier up there, and the trail I think goes that way. So I'm gonna go that way. Off to the east, you know, like Yakima that way. So, and then that's looking more toward the southwest, and you can't really tell, but St. Helens is back there. It's a little hazy, but man, it's beautiful. So it's 8 o'clock, so it took me an hour and a half to get here, and I'm really glad I didn't keep going last night. Not all miles are created equal. It would have taken a long time to get up here, and it would have been really cold. So there was people camped pretty much all the way up. I just saw the last folks probably about 50 yards down from here in a little rock shelter. And they reported that they were cold. So, but now I can't see anybody. It's great view. And I'm gonna stop and have a little water, a little snack here. Haven't really had breakfast yet, and then I'll start hiking down into that valley down there, or no, on that knife's edge over there. That's where I'm going. Here's this view again from the top, just in case my selfie camera didn't make it as good. So that's looking east. There's Old Snowy. There's Adams. St. Helens. Over there. Bunch of rocks. And Rainier again. And down along there, can't really tell, but that's the knife's edge over there. I can see the trail from here. So looking forward to hiking in the sun for a while. So I'm looking down here at the main PCT, which if you don't see on the video is between that snow patch and that snow patch, just running along here. And I gotta say, it's way better up here. It's in the sun, and it's got a beautiful view. So I'm glad I'm up here. It's definitely a little out of the way and definitely uphill to get up here, but it's nice. Here's the trail, just skirting along the top of this ridge here. It's kind of a slow going down here, picking your way down. It's all shale underfoot and a little slippery, and so just slow and steady heading down here. I have not yet met up with the main PCT route, which is over there. Well, here's the spot where the main PCT meets up with the alternate PCT, and even though everything I read said it's super hazardous on the original and horses have fallen and died and stuff, I see fresh horse poo right there. So clearly horses come through here. There's an airplane going overhead. So anyway, definitely shorter to go on the original, and a lot shorter time-wise because you're not climbing up and over a ridge. But I don't know. I think it was really nice going up high and seeing the view. This is what's left of the Packwood Glacier here. Not much of it. And then down there is a river heading down. There's a lake, which I can see down there. So up ahead is the official Knife's Edge, which looks skinny from here, but we'll see how it looks when I'm actually on it. Well, the views are just amazing. That's looking back up toward Old Snowy and the Knife's Edge there. And then some amazing Packwood Glacier basin, I guess. St. Helens is out there in the haze. Everything drains down here. Old Glacier Valley. Rainier sitting there. Some clouds in that valley up there. It's amazing. And that's where I'm going. I think I can see the trail over there and heading up that way. So yeah, it keeps on going. Eventually I'll drop down and not have such a great view, but for now I'll definitely take it. So here's another high point on the Knife's Edge. 360-degree views. It's incredible. That's where I came from. Over that ridge is Snowgrass Flats. I did see a bunch of mountain goats bedded down, way down below. I know, just one more great view, but down below there I can see what I assume is the trail. So going over this ridge here and then looping back around and down into those woods all the way out to White Pass is how I think I'm going. I'll probably pull the map out and verify that. Alrighty, so yeah, I'm on the trail north of Old Snowy, almost to Elk Pass, and at that point the trail jogs off to the east, and so I'm pretty sure that's what I was seeing down there. And then heading to Teton Pass, and on up to Hidden Spring. So on I go. Well, I'm back among meadows of flowers. The air is perfumed. It smells so good. So that ridge up there is where I came from, way up there somewhere. And so now I'm just in here with all this snow melt and these streams gurgling along and all these flowers doing their best to outdo each other. It's just amazing. Well, I've decided to stop and have my breakfast. It's 10:30, so I've been on the trail for 4 hours, and all I had was a Cliff Bar so far. So I'm going to have my liquid breakfast and fill up on water here and drink a whole bunch. And yeah, taking the sun. It's really beautiful. So this is a great spot for a late breakfast. I got 15 and a half miles to go to get to White Pass. So I might be a little bit behind schedule, honestly, but it's just so pretty. No rush. That was a nice little stop there. Got everything out and had some more food and filled up my bottle with water, drank a bunch, and I washed my hair and my face, but since it's so sunny I'm putting a hat on and I put a bunch of sunscreen on my face, so I was clean for about a minute and a half, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on. Oh, sorry, I had a fly trying to eat me. I'm gonna keep on keeping on here down this trail. Looks pretty good. Got a few bugs bugging me, and that up there is where I came from. So 15 and a half miles to White Pass. It's 11 o'clock. I'm a little behind schedule, but yeah, gee, it's gonna be about 7 hours. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe it'll be a quick going here as I get off of this ridge and into some, I don't know, flat cruising grounds. We'll see. Well, I had to do a little bit of climbing here, but I think this is a McCall Basin, and it's actually, I can see way down there a couple of tents. Someone's camping down there. And looking back, that's well, I came down from up there, that reddish hill there, and then down, and then up. So here I am, and it remains beautiful and sunny and warm. So I'm cruising along, came off of that trail there. There's a trail that goes that way, and a trail that goes this way, and I assume this is the PCT here. There's a sign way down there. I can go look at it, I guess. Nah, I'm just gonna assume I'm on the right path here, going this way. So these signs behind me are not at all clear. But I think that way goes the North Fork Teton. I guess there's a downhill over here that goes to Clear Fork. Okay. And I'm going to head on this way, which I guess is the PCT. That looks more like a washout than a trail down there, so I don't know. We'll see. This is a good way to navigate. This feels good. This feels like the right way. It's downhill, so it must be right. Yeah, we'll see. So here's the Hidden Springs Trail. It's just really at the north end of this burn area, and that's the PCT. So 1,000-foot climb ahead of me. That should be super fun. It's 2:40. Let me see if I can get that done in an hour. Get that done by 3:40. We'll see. Well, I'm still cruising up this 1,000-foot climb, but I think the end is near. And there's this great view over this way. So it's nice to get out of the woods, up into a little meadow again. And hopefully up at the top soon. I think I might be a few hundred feet away from the top though, vertically. Well, I'm still climbing, but there's an amazing view of Rainier. So I came up over this ridge. Looking back that way, that's all the goat rocks. So definitely come a long ways today. Still got a ways to go. Alrighty, I've reached the end of that 1,000-foot climb. Totally kicked my ass. It's beautiful that direction, and it's beautiful that direction. So the trail goes off that way, so that's where I'm heading. Down below me that way is Shoe Lake. And I got 6.5 miles to go. I have no water left, so I'm really hoping to find a stream or a trickle or something up ahead so I can fill up. I'm definitely not going to feel very good if I go 6.5 miles without any more water. Oh well, bad planning. I'll do better next time, I hope. Well, that's it. I'm leaving the Goat Rocks Wilderness. Oh man, it's been amazing. Beautiful area. And it's gonna be good to be done and get something to drink. some water preferably. So yeah, gonna keep on cruising down. It's like 2,000 feet and it's all downhill, so it's just gonna keep on cruising here. I'm hiking along and I saw a flash of sunlight on metal through the trees, and super exciting. It's a chairlift, so it's the first sign of civilization from way out here in the wilderness. It's the White Pass ski area. There we go. Look at that. So if it was snowy and I had a snowboard, I could be down at the highway in about 5 minutes. Oh well. Guess I'm gonna keep on walking for another couple hours instead. Well, I'm just continuing to cruise along down the hill. Another guy was zipping by. That's how I was doing. I said, "Hey, you got any water you can spare?" So he gave me his last cup of water, which was pretty nice of him. So I drank that down right away and feel a little bit. If I catch up with him down here somewhere, maybe I can buy my beverage at the Cracker Barrel. But he also said the Cracker Barrel closes at 6, so that's 45 minutes from now. So we'll see if he gets there or if I get there or what. But I do feel better for having gotten some water in me. And I think I have a few more miles to go. I don't really know, maybe 3 miles. So we'll just keep on going. Definitely nothing scenic in here, just regular old Northwest forest. Well, I just passed the Twin Peaks trail, which is apparently also the Round the Mountain trail. So that means I got about 2.5 miles to go to get down there. It's 5:25 right now. So 2.5 miles is like walking to work, so that should just go on by without me noticing it. I'm looking forward to being done. So just north of that Twin Peaks trail junction, there's this lake. I don't know what it's called. Doesn't matter. It had water, so I filled up. It's pretty buggy out there, and over here you can see the horses get watered here. So I mean, you could camp here. There's room for tents and there's a fire pit and stuff. But I just want to get some water and sit down for a moment and get back out on the trail. So anyway, there it is. First water I've seen in a very long time. Well, it's amazing what stopping and getting some water will do for the psyche. I just feel so much better and refreshed. I had plenty to drink, filled my bottle up all the way, even though I have only 2.18 miles to go. But if that way I get down to my truck and all the stores are closed, I can make it back home on that bottle of water. So, yeah, I mean, that lake, Jeanette Lake is what it's called, really came along at just the right time. Man, I almost felt like just walking right into it and washing off all the grime, but I got places to be. So 2 more miles to go and I'll be there. Yay.